Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 25 of Six Figure Live. Today is Q&A Friday. My name is Ben Hartley. I'm coming to you live from my front porch, so hopefully the internet connection stays strong. Look, Six Figure Live is an opportunity for me to kind of bring you behind the scenes of Style and Story Creative and Six Figure Photography, let you guys know what we're up to. And when I say what we're up to, I just mean like kind of the day in, the day out. What does it look like to employ, two other full-time photographers and make all our clients happy, prints, all that kind of fun stuff. Be a husband, be a father, and do it well, hopefully. So here we go. Hey, Scott, I'm not much, man. I'm just hanging out. It's a gorgeous day. So Q&A Friday. You guys get to ask questions, and I'm going to give you any answer that I possibly can give. And so hopefully we'll get some more viewers in here throwing out some questions. If not, what I'm going to try to do is throughout the day, as questions come in that aren't live, just go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'm going to make sure that I can hop in there and reply directly in the comments section. So I've got some fun stuff to tell you guys about that I was up to today, and then we'll jump into some Q&A. You guys can start generating some questions as we go. But in the meantime, I'm going to buy some time and throw up my little fun intro video here for you guys. So let me power this thing up. All right. Intro video time. Intro video time. All right, you guys. So first question, SEO, what's important? Before we jump in, I'm going to let some other questions generate. Don, thanks for asking, man. I'm going to make sure that we get to you. Kat, what's up, girl? I hope I get to see you soon. Are you going to be at United, Kat? I hope you and Luke are both going to be at United this year, because I would love to see you guys in person. So a couple things at the office. I'm in the middle of recording a whole video series for you guys on how we stay booked, how we keep our calendar booked. And today I actually brought in a marketing expert. He's a CEO of a company here in Columbus called Transistor, and he focuses in on actually identifying. He serves other clients actually outside of the photography industry in identifying their target client and then creating a unique plan and structure strategy to reach that target client. And this is actually something that has to do with SEO. It has to do with any marketing that you do. Look, what's more important than the amount of people seeing you is who is seeing you, right? Identifying actually who are you trying to reach. And so even within SEO, that's something that you want to be aware of, and a lot of people aren't, and so SEO tends to be these very broad strokes, and you're attracting not necessarily your ideal client, and you're attracting clients. And no, don't get me wrong, I freaking love SEO, and I freaking rock at SEO. Well, I personally am not the best, but I mean our company, Style and Story, we work with some of the best to make sure that our SEO campaigns are completely on point. So anyhow, Jared did an amazing job just taking everyone through exercises that really serve to help ask some really intriguing questions to identify who is it exactly that they need to be serving, and then how to reach them. So anyhow, done. Now to your question, SEO, what is important? Man, there's so many things, and there's so much about SEO that can become distracting, I think would be a good word. I'll kind of hit some very basic stuff, man, and I'm not going to get into too many specifics. I want this to be very applicable. I want this to provide value to everyone, so I'm not going to turn this into an SEO course. The first thing is photographers that I see all the time. I just got a phone call there. Photographers don't have any words on their websites, on their homepage, right? So your website homepage is full of images, and we think that oftentimes this is enough to just have images. But the way that Google works is Google needs to they can't look at a picture and know that we're wedding photographers. Now they can with certain tags and how we title those images, but really you need to have copy. You need to have copy on your homepage, you guys, that provides value to your clients but also seeks to serve your SEO. And so that's an important thing, because I've seen the SEO hackers out there trying to be like, for example, I'm Ben Hartley. I'm a Columbus wedding photographer based out of Columbus, Ohio. I love photographing Columbus weddings. Columbus weddings are the greatest things to do in the world. And so whatever it may be, and that does no value for your couples, and Google is catching on to that kind of stuff anyhow. So make sure that you have copy on your website. The next thing is something along the lines of your citations. Your citations all need to be consistent. When I say citations, what I mean are you need to have your email, your store hours, your website, or sorry, email, store hours, phone number, and address on your website, and it needs to be consistent with all the other databases, all the other kind of sites out there that are collecting that information. Wedding Wire, Knot, Yelp. There's a whole list of pages where you can get these citations, and if you go out and build out those citations, very free to do, it just takes time, that alone will do a great deal for your SEO. Let's see, other than that, backlinks are still very, very important, and so are reviews. So let's talk more about reviews, because I was bringing it up yesterday. Reviews, you guys, social proof is becoming more and more valuable in the algorithms that Google and other search engines are using. And so social proof, they're collecting it from Facebook. You can do Facebook reviews, Google reviews, the Knot.com reviews, Wedding Wire. Reviews are really critical. I'm going to stop there because honestly, man, we could talk for like days about SEO and then everyone will get bored. Scott says, when you are booking your client, should you do that in person, or is there a good way you can do that over the phone or Skype? I'm hopefully going to be booking lots of new clients that live 2 hours away, and it would almost be impractical to have meetings in person or have them come to my home office. Scott, great question, man. Surprisingly, just so you know, again, don't make those choices for your couples. Give them the freedom. We have had, this actually is a big question. The answer that I just said there is give people freedom. Don't remove their freedom of choice. It's something that even goes into the sales room. I've heard so many photographers that they're like, well, I only offer a 30-page wedding album. And I'm like, why? I'm like, because it's, that no one wants to buy anything more. I'm like, how do you know? Like, look, sometimes people want to do things. So we've had couples who want to drive 2 hours because they value it. They value that connection. They value actually seeing our space and getting to meet us in person. So don't assume that. And yet at the same time, certainly be prepared and be ready to offer them another option. Over the phone is not ideal still. So I would have a pre-consultation. Well, I would have a phone call initially, right? That's scheduling a meeting. And I explain to people that the reason we value this is because I want to actually meet you face to face. As face-to-face as possible, right? I don't just want to show up and be some photographer at your wedding. I want to be Ben Hartley photographing your wedding, right? And I want to be able to capture really authentic memories for you guys that you'll care about. And the only way that that's going to happen is if we actually like know each other. Like we actually get time to like hang out and I get to understand what it is that you care about. And so yeah, FaceTime and Skype are 100% accessible ways to do that. I just did a Skype meeting yesterday actually. The couple was 2 hours away and they couldn't break out to come all the way this way, and so 100% Skype. Some people do book over the phone. It's just honestly, it's not ideal. It's really hard to serve your client well when you're just booking them over the phone. So schedule that Skype meeting, man, and then don't do it any differently than when you do your in person. Bring actual albums, bring prints there, just to hold up, man, just to show that you actually walk the walk, that you still believe in this stuff, and then as well. If you normally in your studio, let's say that you have prints on the wall that you prefer to talk about those stories or why you shoot the way you shoot, make sure that you have an online gallery that's easy to push over to them. We use PixieSet, and we have a separate PixieSet gallery that contains images of each print that hangs on our studio wall. Then when we have a Skype meeting, we actually send those images over to our couple. And so we're still able to talk about prints. We're still able to talk about these images that we're used to talking about in a very accessible way with our couples. So great question. All right, you guys. Hopefully that answered that kind of effectively enough. As more people come in and as more questions come throughout the day, I'm going to make sure to hop on here and get you guys some answers. I'll hang out for a little bit more time and uh, down to. Huh. I wonder how I wrote that because I'm actually on here. Um, Anyhow, I wonder. What was I going to say? Oh, at what point did you see your business really take off, and what was the final piece for you? I was seeing a lot of success with wedding expos. Great question, Scott. So, a little history here. So, it started in 2012. Oh, it's Cole. Awesome. It's my good buddy Cole. He's my business partner here, and one of my best friends. We started in 2012, man. We booked about 18 weddings in 2012. I was working full time as a designer at a studio at a job that I loved. And so 2013, March 2013 was when I went full time, and that's when things changed. And one of the big pieces missing in the puzzle was valuing my brand, valuing the power that brand has, right? And so we went through a rebrand in 2013. We worked with a designer to really help us build out that client experience and essentially the brand experience from point one when they first experience it on the website. Apart from that, we focused up on providing as much value as possible to our couples over the phone. And those are the two turning points for us is when we actually stepped it up and we delivered on brand. Because you guys understand this, the quality of your work is not as important in kind of defining your price point in regards to defining how many couples you book as is the quality of your brand and your self-worth, right? And so we invested in our brand. Our self-worth was already there. And once we transferred what we were doing with our brand that we had in ourselves, and we made sure that our clients experience it in a very real way over the phone, meeting in person, it was unstoppable. And so that's when things really kicked off for us. Yeah, I think that if there was any, I'm going to wait for the connection to not be weak. All right, we're back. If there was any advice that I could give in regards to where to invest money early on, it's not in gear, it's not in lenses, it's not in SEO. It would be in either yourself, back into investing in yourself and your business, into building your self worth, or B, investing into your brand. Those are the two things that you should be putting money into early on into your business: is yourself in re-education, in self-worth, building up what you're doing, and then into your branding. So thanks, Cole, for dropping that out, man. I appreciate the SEO guide. That's gonna be awesome, dude. For those of you who don't know, Cole is like the smartest person I know in regards to SEO and marketing in general. He's just done amazing things, and so I'm super excited that we actually have Cole in regards to the booked course that we're doing. The course on attracting clients. It's gonna be called Booked: The Ultimate Guide to Getting Wedding Clients, and Cole's doing an entire not just chapter, but an entire half of the book is going to be coming directly from him, and it's what's made a huge difference for us. So it's super powerful stuff, you guys. Any other questions that we got going on here? Otherwise, I'm actually going to be writing an article for Miller's today, sending it over to him. Well, I've already written it. I've just got to kind of proof it. But I've written an article, and I'm super excited for you guys to see it because it's about the great email hoax. It's about the reality that we as a society and as an industry have chosen the easy way out far too often, right? What I mean is this. This is the email to your mom when you miss Mother's Day. This is the breakup text that you send your girlfriend because you don't want to talk to her in person. This is you emailing your bride saying, "Hey, I might just be the right fit for you on the most important day of your life." And it's a sabotage. Like if you want to be forgotten, then email. If you want if you want to be ignored, email. If you want to just be vanilla, email. If you don't give a rip about the success of your business, then guys, just email, right? If you're lazy, email. Okay, that's the reality of it. Is that if you really care, and if you really care about your couples, and you care about your business, and you care about providing for your family, then we need to step up to the plate. And as a service industry, you guys, we are in a service industry. We need to deliver on that service and provide real value to our couples over the phone. And so I've written a whole article on that. So maybe I'll drop that article in the link once Miller's goes live with it. So, all right, you guys, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate any questions that came about. I'll keep looking here for more questions throughout the day. I'm going to be back at you guys live on Monday. Ben Adams is back at the office. I'm very excited about that. And I can't wait to hopefully we'll get him on camera, see how his vacation went. And we'll talk then. Bye, everybody. Thanks.